Hi, I'm Dr. Park, and today we're going to talk about how the bonding between the lovers and the family is created and why it is important and why we should treasure it and how to maintain it. When you find that someone special and you start kissing and touching and sexual relationship, your brain produces high amount of oxytocin. Now, this is called love potion or love drug because this is what makes you feel warm, cozy, secure. Oxytocin also reacts with dopamine and serotonin. We call this happy hormone. And this in turn triggers a pleasure reward seeking behavior. And that creates a bonding that seems to be unbreakable. And they want to commit to each other for life. Yes, this is called wedding. In fact, every country that we know has some form of wedding to let everybody know that they belong to each other and no one else. And this is nothing new. In fact, it started from the creation. This is something we all desire so much. The most popular songs are all based upon love and heartbreaks. And this bonding is not created by a wedding ring or piece of paper, but it all starts from the brain. But oxytocin has different effect between girls and boys. For the ladies, it's about identifying the kinship. So they love the kinship, so they're always holding hands, and they really enjoy their happy, loving feelings. But for boys, sometimes it's identifying the competition. So they love to compete each other and build friendships based upon that. Sometimes even a good fist fight. In fact, one of my best friends is one that I had a fist fight in my high school years. So when girl meets boy, she naturally wants to cling, and boy seems to be a little bit confused. But if this repeats over and over again and creates a bond, now the boy becomes kind of silly, lovey-dovey, and he wants all the attention for himself. As a result, we create life, and we couldn't be happier for each other. But during the pregnancy, she started building a huge surge of oxytocin just for the baby. And the oxytocin has a huge mental and physical health benefit for both mother and the child. And when breastfeeding, the surge of oxytocin for the baby just gets higher. So it creates the unbreakable bond between mother and a newborn baby. And they seem to be inseparable. So this is what happened. When the mother has a newborn baby, the oxytocin for her husband just drops all the way to almost to the bottom. And her oxytocin for the newborn baby just shoots up really, really high. So she becomes bonded to the newborn baby while the husband is in the confusion, not really knowing what to do. But this is what we have to remember. When she sees you loving the newborn baby, which is most precious to her, her oxytocin for you starts to go back up again. So after the birth, mother and the baby is completely bonded together, while us guys are confused, not really knowing what to do or knowing what's going on. And then the child gets old enough for you to play with, and you start having oxytocin for that child, and then you become bonded to the child. And when your wife sees you loving that child, she starts having oxytocin for you again. And this is what creates the family bond that is so special. But if you don't be careful, this can end in tragedy. When the guys are confused and the wife becomes disconnected and they feel lonely, they start looking for a friendship outside the family. Sometimes looking for their old magic again and start looking for sexual relationship outside the house with different people, hoping that they will get the magic back. But science has proven that when you have a multi-sexual partner, this actually decreases the oxytocin level. So instead of feeling good, you feel guilty, dirty, and ashamed, eventually causing a conflict between two lovers, and sometimes they divorce or sometimes they just live in isolation. But remember, when you start touching each other again and building the relationship again, your brain starts to create oxytocin again for that particular person. So you become bonded again, and you could really enjoy the rest of your life with that one special person. At the end, you could honestly say, babe, really, really good.